Hello everyone. Welcome to KLE Society's College of Education, Ankola. I am Tamanna Khan, B.Ed first year student teacher. Before starting the lesson, let me ask you some questions. First question: what always runs but never walks, often murmurs but never talks? The answer is river. Next question: what the less of them you have, the more it is worth? The answer is a friend. Next question: until I am measured, I am not known. Yet, how you miss me when I have flown? What is it? The answer is time. Next question: what has 6 faces and 21 eyes? The answer is a dice. Next question: what is the price to buy the stories known in the world? The answer is Momro the hornet, Onini the great python, Osibo the leopard. So in today's class, let us learn about the lesson All Stories Are Anansi's. In the beginning, all tales and stories belong to Nyame, the sky god. But Kuako Anansi, the spider, aimed to be the owner of all the stories known in this world. And he went to the Nyame and offered to buy them. I am willing to sell these stories, but the price is high. Many people have come to me offering to buy, but the price was too high for them. Rich and powerful families have not been able to pay. Do you think you can do it? I can do it. What is the price? My price is 3 things. I must first have Momro the hornet. I must then have Onini the python. I must then have Osibo the leopard. For these things I will sell you the right to tell all the stories. I will bring them. He went home and made his plans. He first cut a gourd from a vine and made a small hole in it. He took a large calabash and filled it with water. He went to the tree where the hornet lived. He poured some of the water over himself so that he was dripping. He threw some water over the hornets so that they too were dripping. Then he put the calabash on his head as though to protect himself from a storm and called out to the hornets. Are you foolish people? Why do you stay in the rain that is falling? Where shall we go? Go here into dry gourd. The hornets thanked him and flew into the gourd through the small hole. When the last of them had entered, Anansi plugged the hole with a ball of grass, saying, "Oh yes, but you are really foolish people." He took the gourd full of hornets to Nyame, the sky god. The sky god accepted them. He said, "There are 2 more things." Anansi returned to the forest and cut a long bamboo and some strong vine. Then he walked towards the house of Onini, the python. Taking to himself, he said, "My wife is stupid. I say he is longer and stronger. My wife says he is shorter and weaker. I give him more respect. She gives me less respect. Is she right or am I right? I am right, he is longer. I am right, he is stronger. Why are you arguing this way with yourself? I had a dispute with my wife. She says you are shorter and weaker than this bamboo pole. I say you are longer and stronger. It's useless and silly to argue when you can find out the truth. Bring the pole and we will measure." So Anansi laid the pole on the ground, and the python came and stretched himself out beside it. "You seems a little short." "A little more. When you stretch at one end, you get shorter at the other end. Let me tie you at the front. so you don't slip. Onini, it turns out that my wife was right and I was wrong. You are shorter than the pole and weaker. My opinion wasn't as good as my wife's. But you were even more foolish than I, and you are now my prisoner. Anansi carried the python to Nyami, the sky god, who said, there is one more thing. Osipo the leopard was next. Anansi went into the forest and dug a deep pit where the leopard was accustomed to walk. He covered it with small branches and leaves and put dust on it, so that it was impossible to tell where the pit was. Anansi went away and hid. When Osibo came prowling in the black night, he stepped into the trap Anansi had prepared and fell to the bottom. Anansi heard the sound of the leopard falling, and he said, Ah, Osibo, you are half foolish. When morning came, Anansi went to the pit and saw the leopard there. Osibo, what are you doing here? I have fallen into a trap. Help me out. I could gladly help you, but I am sure that if I bring you out, I will have no thanks for it. You will get hungry, and later on you will be wanting to eat me and my children. I swear it won't happen. Very well, since you swear it, I will take you out. He bent a tall tree towards the ground so that its top was over the pit, and he tied it that way. Then he tied a rope to the tree and dropped the other end of it into the pit. Tie this to your tail. Osibo tied the rope to his tail. It is well tied? Yes, it is well tied. In that case, you are not merely half foolish, you are all foolish. And he took his knife and cut the other rope. The one that held the tree bowed to the ground. The tree straightened up with a snap, pulling Osibo out of the hole. He hung in the air downwards, twisting and turning, and while he hung this way, Anansi killed him with his weapon. Then he took the body of the leopard and carried it to Nyami, the sky god, saying, Here is the third thing. Now I have paid the price. Kuako Anansi, great warriors and chief, have tried, but they have been unable to do it. You have done it. Therefore, I will give you the stories from this day onwards. All story belongs to you. Whenever a man tells a story, he must acknowledge that it is Anansi's tale. In this way, Anansi the spider became the owner of all the stories that are being told. To Anansis, all these stories tales belong. Thank you.